Hi everyone, my name is Julie Shane and this is a 15-minute gentle prenatal yoga class designed for second and third trimester, although it is great to do in any trimester, and it's also a really nice practice for postnatal. So if you have recently had a baby and have been cleared by your doctor to start some gentle exercise again, this would be another really good practice for you. So I have just taken a pillow off my sofa to use as a bolster today. So I would urge you to do the same unless you happen to have a specific yoga bolster at home. Sometimes it feels like a little too much, but when you're pregnant or doing a really gentle class, I always think the bigger the better. So I will show you how to use this today. So go ahead and get your bolster, your pillow, and then you're going to come to sit just on the edge. So you really are just using it to elevate the back of your sacrum the most, and you can kind of play with where you are sitting on it, but when you find the right position, it should feel like a really big release from your low back and from your back in general. So we'll start by bringing the soles of the feet together. Go ahead and let your knees fall wide. And you can either grab onto the outer edges of the feet if that's comfortable, or you can just let the hands rest on your knees or thighs. So just take a moment here to close your eyes. Welcome yourself to your practice. Awesome job for making it here today. Being pregnant or having a brand new baby at home is tiring. Wonderful, but tiring to say the least. So good job for being here. Let your shoulders relax away from the ears as you lift the heart up gently, feeling the length in your spine. So you should feel a gentle opening through the hips and through the inner thighs. And that's all we want, is gentle. You are either really, well, no matter what, whether you are pregnant or just had a baby, super flexible in the hips right now. So we don't want to push that. But it feels really nice and is a good way to relieve some pressure and pain off the low back and the pelvis. Go ahead and start to bring the legs out in front of you. So you're still sitting on the bolster and you can reposition if you need to. And again, it should just feel like the tailbone is kind of lifted. I just want you to take the ankles in circles a few times each direction. You can point and flex the feet. Do whatever feels good. We just want to start to bring some better circulation to the ankles. This is really simple, but it's really helpful for kind of combating swelling in the ankles. Just a nice way to get things moving. Good. And just let the feet rest. Take the right hand out to the side and just start to reach the left arm up and over. You should feel really nice expansion all through the left side. And if looking up is uncomfortable, which sometimes it is, just look down towards the right fingertips. And then take the left wrist in circles a few times each direction. Good. Reach a little further, bend the right elbow maybe a little more. Inhale, bring yourself up. Change sides. The left hand comes out to the side, right arm reaches up and over. Either look up or down, and then take the right wrist in circles. And maybe scoot the left arm over a little bit more, bend the elbow. See if you can find a little more space all through this right side. Inhale, bring yourself up. Go and take your hands behind you, so it's fine if they're on your pillow or bolster. You're going to bring the elbows towards each other and then draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then as you do that, just start to look up. And feel the stretch through the back body. And then start to draw the chin to the chest. Everything else stays the same. Elbows still towards each other. You're pushing down through the hands. Good. And then take the left hand, bring it to the right outer thigh. So you're really focusing on the twist from the ribs up. So the pelvis and the low back is staying very still and really mobile through the low back in general, but when you're pregnant even more so. So think about just gently hugging your baby or your belly in. Draw the right shoulder back and think about just moving the right ribs back as the left ribs come forward. And then maybe turn your gaze over the right shoulder. Go ahead and bring the left hand back behind you. Squeeze the elbows in. First start by looking up. And then play with drawing the chin in towards the chest. See what that does. Sometimes that feels really nice. Sometimes it doesn't. So listen to your body. Then leaving the left hand there, bring the right hand across. If you need to turn the left hand to make it more comfortable in the twist, you can. Think hugging and just gently, right? You're not like flexing your core, but it's just a gentle hug in. Maybe turn your gaze back over the left shoulder. Think moving the left ribs back as the right ribs move forward. Inhale, go ahead and come back to center. You can open the legs a little more if that's comfortable, or bring them closer together if you need to. Make sure you still have that rock in the pelvis so that you feel like it's kind of tilting forward. And then you're just going to very slowly start to walk the hands forward. The goal is to feel a stretch in the hamstrings. Don't think about depth. Don't think about, oh, I used to be able to do this. It does not matter. Just look for that stretch in the hamstring. Depending on if you really want to exaggerate the stretch in the hamstring or not, you can play with the spine. So if you're looking for more of a hamstring stretch, if that feels really good, lift the heart up, keep this back a little straighter, and hinge from the hips. If you've been dealing with kind of some low back pain, I always find it more comfortable to bring the chin towards the chest and round the spine, and you'll start to feel that release in the back. So whatever you are looking for today, and you can kind of play even in like a cat-cow action, up and down here, until you find something that feels really good. When you are pregnant or have just had a baby, comfort and relaxation is the name of the game. There is absolutely no need to push yourself at all. You shouldn't. You should really honor this time in your life. Inhale, bring yourself up. So we're going to transition onto all fours. So whatever way is easiest for you to do that. It does not have to be graceful. But we'll get to our all fours. You can let the hips be a little wider than usual, hands a little wider, whether you're pregnant or not. It's a little more stable and just gives you a little more room. I want you to bring the hips over to the right and then look over the right shoulder towards the right hip. And then move the hips to the left, look over. So it's kind of like wagging your tail back and forth. That's a really nice way to open the side body. And then if you want to, you can circle like you're coming through cat pose over to the other side, look over, move through cow, and you kind of get into what I call sexy cat-cow. Right? And again, don't get too caught up in, what does this look like? Am I doing it right? You are. It's more, hey, does this feel good? And if it does, you win. You can change directions if you were doing kind of that rounding up. Nice. A few more rounds. And just moving the hips in general is a really nice way to keep fluidity in the body and to release a lot of the discomfort that happens both pre and postnatal. And go ahead and come back to all fours. You're just going to stretch the wrists out. So you're going to take the left hand, flip it over so the palm is facing up and your fingers are facing your knee or pointing towards your knee. And you can make it more intense by leaning back. Up to you, what feels good. And then just take the wrist and turn it 90 degrees so now the fingers are facing your right hand. Palm is still face up. And then flip it all the way over so your fingers are towards the outer edge of your mat or blanket away from you. And then you can turn the wrist however much feels good. And just get a little stretch there. Then change directions. Right hand flips. Lean back as much as feels good on the wrist. And then go ahead and turn the fingers towards your left hand, palm still faces up. And then switch it, palm down, fingers face away from your other hand. You can play a little bit with the hips until you find a stretch that feels good. Even if it's mild, it's really good for your wrists. You're going to start to draw the knees towards each other, tuck the toes, sit back on the heels. Just opening the bottoms of the feet, which I know can feel pretty intense, so you can always open the knees up a little bit and bring yourself forward if it feels like too much to be all the way back. So just kind of gauge that. And then just take a few shoulder rolls as we're here. We won't be here too long. Roll the other way. And maybe interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift the heart up. Chin towards the chest, exhale. And then release the hands. We are going to set up for a pre or postnatal, a gentle shavasana using our pillow or our bolster. We are going to end this video sooner, so we're not going to, I want you to see how long you can stay in this pose. So if you can sneak in an extra 10 minutes, it feels so good, do that. But I'll just show you the setup and then you can stay for as long as you can today. So you can choose what side you want to lay on. If you know one side is more comfortable than the other, go for it. If you're like, I don't know, choose for me, lie on your right side, okay? So you're going to come down and lay on your side, and you're going to have the pillow or bolster close to you, and you're going to take your left leg and you're going to bring it on the pillow or bolster, and hopefully it's big enough that your entire lower leg can be supported. So you really want to try to get your knee all the way down to the sole of the foot. And then you're going to lie down here. I don't have any extra props, but sometimes it can feel really nice to put a pillow under the head. If it feels weird letting it drop all the way down, that can feel really nice. You let your right ear either rest on your arm or on a pillow or a blanket under you. Left hand can come wherever it feels good. It might rest on your thigh or down on the ground. So again, stay here, please, for as long as you can. Honor this time in your life. Rest. Just enjoy the quiet, enjoy your breath, and just take some time to say thank you for your body for doing all of this crazy stuff that it's meant to do, it's designed to do, but it feels completely unnatural to a lot of us. So just take the time to say thank you, remember to slow down, and I really want to thank you for practicing today. It means so much to your baby. That you're taking the time to take care of yourself, whether this is pre-baby or post-baby. If you'd like to learn more about prenatal yoga, you can go to yoginiology.com/prenatal yoga. We have a wonderful group of women that are expecting and that are also mothers that have joined us from all over the world. There are classes and nutrition, and it's just a great place that I have created that I really want women to use. So check that out. There's a link below this video that you can see too. I will be quiet now so you can enjoy your Shavasana. Namaste.